Hey, Mr. Laux, I'm Nathaniel Brown from Bedford, Massachusetts, a small suburban town 20 minutes outside of Boston. The history fair that I'm in only counts as a midterm grade, so we're not actually competing against any other projects. And there's no prize.
Hey Nathaniel, how are you? Thanks for reaching out. Happy to answer your questions while I wait for my parents to finish shopping at Walmart. So, let's see what you got.
The questions I had for you were, did joining the CIA affect your interest in finding Pablo Escobar's hidden treasures, or were they pre-existing from just growing up knowing about him?
Okay, so did working for the agency basically cause me to be interested in Pablo Escobar? No, it's not anything that I worked on. Previously, I didn't work in Latin America, and Pablo Escobar died when I was 8 years old. So for me, I didn't really touch it. I didn't know much about it. I know Narcos really brought Pablo Escobar to the forefront again, and everybody kind of knows his name once again. I first learned about Pablo Escobar from Mark Bowden's book, Killing Pablo, which is great. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. Other than that, no. My CIA background had nothing to do with it.
What is the agreement between your operation and the television show and the Colombian government?
Okay, so by agreement, I'm guessing you mean monetarily, in terms of what I stood to gain from both Discovery or the Colombian government. The agreement was essentially that any money that's found belongs to the Colombian government, first and foremost, and you can get what's called a 5% finder's fee, which me and my partner Ben fully intended to donate back to Medellin communities that were hurt the most by Pablo Escobar. Even his barrio that bears his name, which we went to in the first episode. But as you know, we didn't find any money, so that's not a issue that we actually ended up having to deal with. But had we, I'm sure it would still be worked out legally right now. I'm sure it would take forever.
Do you believe that Pablo spent all of his fortunes the last few years fighting and paying bribes, trying to kill the Colombian police officers and such?
I think that Pablo spent all of his money trying to kill Colombian officials. No, I don't. I don't think he spent all of his money. And especially in regards to killing officials or police officers. Yes, he definitely put a lot of contracts out on a lot of officials in Colombia, to include police officers, intelligence officers, military, basically anybody that stood against him, which was why he had his famous plato plomo, meaning you could take silver or lead. And do I think he spent all of his money? No, I think he spent the majority of his money trying to stay a free man. But he also lived a lavish lifestyle. I think that's probably where the majority of his money went, considering you look at a place like Hacienda Nápoles, where he had a couple of zoos and all kinds of other things going on there. Flamingos, hippopotamus, Ben's favorite. No, I think he squandered the majority of it, but even in squandering it, he was making it so fast he couldn't spend it fast enough.
Why do so many locals still help you with your search?
Yeah, well, it was twofold. One, I think for a lot of them, it was because they owned the property, or they owned the apartment complex, or they owned the building. So for them, it was a payday. If we had found something, it kind of went unsaid a lot of times, but I would have bet you that in the barrio, if we had found something, Juan Esteban would have made it crystal clear that that's his, and the government can come get it. So I have no doubt that several of the people who own the land and own the homes that we were searching fully thought it could be a payday. And as far as other people, you just have to call it what it is. We did have a camera rolling. In today's world, people, they want to be on television. They think it's cool, and so it's a novelty. So it never really hurt as much as I thought it would. Like our operations, bringing a television camera in there, I thought would really inhibit what we were trying to do. And I thought it would shy people away. And instead, a lot of people opened up like a flower when they saw that red light blinking, that they were rolling. And told us more than what they were telling me off camera. So, made for good TV, or at least I hope you think it was good TV.
Did they support Pablo or were they against him?
People that helped me, did they support Pablo or were they against him? It varied. Most of the people that knew something or that had worked for Pablo still definitely were supportive. Definitely neither Ben or myself made any pejorative comments about Pablo Escobar around them. Specifically in the Pablo Escobar barrio, the majority of the people there still herald Pablo Escobar almost as a savior. You got to keep in mind that was a trash dump until he turned it into suitable living conditions. Even though it's still a barrio and it's poverty stricken, it sure beats a trash dump. So yes, people in those areas and people that had been close to Pablo Escobar still, I don't want to say were endearing of him, but never had anything bad to say about the man. Whereas people that had been affected by him that we would meet could not say enough bad things.
Is it more of a hobby at this point for you, or are you actually relying on eventually getting the money? Well, that's all. Thank you for your time.
That's all. Thank you for your time. Is it a hobby for me, or am I relying on getting the money? Well, finding the money, first of all, as I mentioned, we were going to give it all back. So, no, I was never relying on that. Yes, I was paid by Discovery Channel to participate in the show. So it kind of was a job, not necessarily a hobby. But again, at this point in my life, I really only do things that I want to do and that I enjoy doing. So, I probably would have looked into something like this anyway if Ben came to me and said, hey, let's go down to Colombia and see if we can find Pablo Escobar's money. That's an adventure. It's a good story, and, I'll do anything for a story. So, no. And I'm done looking for it. I'm not looking for Pablo's money anymore, although I get a lot of people around my community telling me that they've heard rumors of where I should have looked or mistakes that I have made, which is always interesting, and I love that. So anyway, I think that's your last question. Thank you very much for asking that. You're right outside Boston, so I'm sure you're excited for the Pats game coming up this Sunday. Good luck to you with that. I'm a Bills fan, so I'm not going to say good luck to the Patriots. But I hope you have a great rest of the school year and you get an A on this project. And, look, man, you went above and beyond. I'm not an easy guy to find. So you should show this to your teacher. And not just for the midterm, he should just give you an A for the entire semester. Because, you went out of your way to find me, you tracked me down, and that's cool, man. I got a lot of respect for that. And you doesn't hesitate to ask me to make this video for you. So I'm happy to do it. And like I said, I hope you get an A in the class. And, you have a great rest of the school year. And, yeah. Thanks. Check your email. I sent you something. So I guess that's it.